Okay, so I have the news on in the background, the BBC, because I'm curious about the issues in the world. I want to start making handmade linguine, and I will accompany that with pork ragu, but I probably will not make the pork ragu tonight. But I will make the linguine, and we need to get a pound here going of farina 00. That is what is necessary to make pasta. It is the finest grade you can get. And so I'm going to get 454 grams of flour here, and that's about a pound. In fact, that's exactly a pound. So let me weigh it out here. 547, 546. So I'll throw a little bit back in here, and I will keep that for future use. And what we're going to do here is dump it, get rid of my scale. We're going to dump it and make Use this for some help. And we're going to make a little volcano hole. And we're going to crack in 5 whole eggs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3. Here's 4. This is also called pasta uovo, or egg pasta. That bit just came out, and we don't want to waste it. So I'm just gonna just one more, and then we're gonna use the fork. So basically, you wanna stir up the eggs. The uovo will make it look quite yellow, and I'm aiming to make linguine here. The other thing that I haven't done is added a pinch of salt. Hold on. I'm just gonna put a little salt in there, and I'm gonna wash my hands. And I'm going to make this into a bowl. Boule en français means ball. Okay, let's do it. And if we can't get it together this way, we'll add a little water. And the fact is, I wish I had done it in an actual bowl. But in fact, I'm doing it the traditional way. And the traditional way is messy. Okay, so we just use our scraper, We have the 5 eggs, or uovo in Italian, and we're just gonna scrape, and we're gonna fold, chop. You know what, next time I probably will use the food processor. It's kind of annoying to have flour and eggs flying all over the place. So I'm just gonna keep going and keep folding and pressing, folding and pressing, folding and pressing. And then when I get to that stage where I have an actual ball, I'm going to divide it into 3. And those 3 balls will rest at room temperature. So believe it or not, you need to, if you're not using the machine, you need to knead this. And you need to knead it for 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. And that's going to provide the gluten you need. And then you're going to rest it for 30 minutes. And that will provide a little bit of structure. So I'm just going to keep going until we got something, we have something we've achieved. What you would do in bread making, which is a smooth, very nice, pliable dough. So I'm making linguine pasta, 3 ingredients, 00 flour, a little salt, and 5 eggs. And that makes an uova pasta. So I'm gonna just keep doing this until we get something that resembles a nice elastic dough. And I'll be back. Okay, so I have been at this for 25 minutes, and I have a nice dough here. It's tough as rocks because, remember, it doesn't have yeast. It's just flour and eggs and a little salt. So I'm going to put it under a tin, a bowl, press it down a bit, and leave that to rest for 30 minutes. Hold on. I don't want the moisture to leave, so I have a small tin, and just gonna leave that. Take my dough out for dusting the baking pan when I actually make the pasta. Okay, so now we're gonna make some linguine. Excuse me if I make some mistakes, but I'd like to cut this into 3 pieces that are roughly equal in size. Hold on. And then cut that one like that. And then I'm going to use the smallest one for the first version, and I'm going to keep them upside down, away from the air. I have my hand pasta machine here. I have used mechanized ones before, and they do come with you can buy them for your KitchenAid mixer. They're really expensive. But, from my experience, I like the ability to be able to hand crank at my own speed. That's probably because I don't do this very often. So what we want to do is make unfortunately, I can't get this scenario here mixed. That works well for me. But what we're going to try to do here is take what would be like a stick of butter. All right? Pretend it's a stick of butter and that we're making a length out of it. Like that. So we're rolling it out into an oblong shape. And then we're going to turn I don't know, oh, you can't see any of that. So I have this machine that's attached to my board, and I'm using number 7, the biggest one, for the roll. And this will roll. I'm gonna have to use my belly as it comes out. As it comes out, I'll keep it in my hand. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna roll this through the number 7. We're gonna roll it through twice. And that's the same whether you use a machine, an electrical machine, or some other device. You wanna roll it out. I'm using my hand to catch it. I don't know if you can see that, but something has to be caught, right? Okay, so now it's like that. And this is a piece of spice. Now I'm gonna turn it down to the size down to 6. That would be the same if you were doing it by an electrical machine. And we're just gonna keep doing this all the way down to 1 millimeter. So now we're at 6. All right. And it gets longer. And then we're gonna turn it down to 5. I think I'm gonna flip it around this time and put the little piece in there. Oop. And each time this goes through, it gets thinner and thinner. And I like using my hand because I can slow it down as necessary as I pick up the pieces that are coming out. And it's a little bit more difficult when you have a machine that's going quite quickly. So now we're going to turn it down to 4, and we're going to keep going all the way down to 1. All right. I got this machine in an Italian shop. Well, it caters to Italian food at Obu, my favorite store, which I haven't been to in years. And we're just gonna keep going. All right. And see, I'm able to do it slowly because I'm cranking it. I'm hand cranking it. And it does come out with little pieces of herbs, whatever I used last time. And now we're gonna do, what's the next one? 2, it should be 2. Yeah, 2. Thing is, I think I need to cut it in half. And I also want to get this piece of, I think it's a piece of, I remember when I did this with ravioli from using rosemary. So it's, I guess it got stuck in the machine. So now we're gonna do 2. Hold on. Oh, turn it around. Turn it around. And there we go. We're going to 2, which is just a measurement. It's not, it may or may not be a millimeter. It may or may not be in millimeters. Anyway, I should have, yeah, so it's getting thinner and thinner. And I'm going to do this one at 2 as well. And the final one, it's not the final, but the final stretch will be 1. I have to just pick my finger. I have to get it out here so that it looks good. Okay. And then the sheets are getting thinner and thinner. And then the final is 1. And that's the final of the flattening. But then we're going to cut it. We can cut it into spaghetti or we can cut it into linguine. And I'm going to do this at 1 and then show you how you have to treat the linguine. Hold on, we need it to get in there. I hope you can see this because I can't see myself doing this for the camera a second time. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's a little bit trickier at this stage. Oh, there we go. Okay. I got it. I got you, babe. Okay. And we're gonna let that fold out. I'm going to catch it at the end here because it will be very thin. And I'm going to move this so that it doesn't catch. And you can see everything's kind of catching here. And we don't want that. But we do want, we do want the number 1. And that is basically as thin as it gets. I'm going to now take I could cut this off to make it a little bit more delicate at the ends. Hold on. And then we're gonna do it. Take out the device here. And now we're gonna do it we're gonna make linguine. All right, here we go. And it's paper thin. You can see our hands through it. You could read a newspaper through it. And this is just half a piece of the 3. So that means I have to do this 6 more times. And this is handmade linguine. It's important now because it will dry. It's not dry right now, but it's important now to spread it out on a sheet pan so that it doesn't clump together, because if it clumps together, you're not gonna have, did I say it was a floured sheet pan? It is. And we can cover this with some plastic, but if you don't do this, you will just get a clump of carbohydrates in your final dish. So that's how we make linguine. I'm going to do it again and for another video.